God.
Mella dancing flamenco.
You have no idea how horrendous that was, chat. It was bad. I don't know if the sound's being picked up. Am I being picked up?
Can you hear us, people?
Testing.
Okay, epic.
Hola.
So WeeErazer spent like
¿Qué
5
pasa?
minutes singing.
Cool. Tanzalid. And I want to die. So, welcome back to Project Delum. Isn't it such a good time? Well, I have to go and find. Right. Today, we're joined by Miyamo, who is working as our sub-in for Elifacer.
Hello.
My bullet point says that I have to explain why Elifacer couldn't make it, but I don't know and I don't really care, so let's just know that he's not here. With us today, we have probably the best modeler in the group or in the development team. He's worked on countless weapon and vehicle mods, both in and outside of Project Delum. It's WeeErazer. Say hi.
Hello.
He's also in contention for the nicest voice to listen to. So, vote now on your phones.
WeeErazer or me? You decide, guys.
If you
So-
vote Alamo, I'm gonna sing the entire Panzerlied again.
Stop.
no need to.
Please don't. So, it's been a long time. A lot of things have happened. There's been changes in the server. Things have been started and been finished. Been generated and died out. But one thing in this entire world stays constant. We are not Project Alterus. Stop asking.
Yes, please, seriously. Even in Ravenfield Main, people ask. So,
Hey,
just do it.
Are you guys Project Alterus too? No, we're not. Stop it. Quit it. Stop asking.
Goddamn, Martino.
So, that's out of the way.
Okay.
Somebody ban Martin.
Yeah. Epic.
Now that that's out of the way, we've got WeeErazer here, who is willing to answer questions about how it feels to be in the feels, quote unquote, how it operates to be. I can't word project. Yes. First of all, on my big list of stuff that Vel wants me to ask for your own good, we've got what do you like about Project Delum, Eraser?
That fuck. I have to. It's cool.
Take
I
your
guess.
time. Take your time.
Honestly, if I'm speaking honest, now the first map wasn't too great, but it's a project made by a good friend of mine. Like, I know Val since ages, and helping out for them would be no problem for me. So I just do it, I guess.
Also, you make like epic weapons, so
Thank.
yes. Also, you won't get an epic rank random man in the chat.
Oh.
Okay.
Arkasaw is never going to get an epic rank. Even if he does get an epic rank, it's probably going to say something like Aardvark Caboose, because that's the thing that he's most known for in the server. Alright. Since we're just kind of sitting here interviewing you, I figured, is there anything that you think could be done with Project Delum to kind of expand it and work with the kind of grand scale idea that Vel has been trying to put forth?
Well, of course, I personally see a lot of potential in these self-made lore things. You can go crazy with it. Like, you could make giant naval battles from, or you can literally just make a book about it, like Kraf is doing for the HDF now. I see a lot of potential to expand this, but I can't really say how exactly to expand this. It's up to the developers, because you're Your options here are basically infinite in every direction.
Listen, I have one question myself. What do you think is the hardest part of modeling? Like getting up to do it or the process itself?
It's the fucking curves. It's always the fucking curves.
No. Stand aside, going and getting skill with modeling. Don't worry about all the background stuff that you need. Curves are the devil.
Yes.
Glad that we're learning insightful information here. Let me just look at this note card that I have hastily scrawled in red crayon.
2K, you basically make good models by drinking 5 liters cola per day and then just suffering.
Oh, that's... Phil, do you need a hug?
Perhaps.
Okay. Okay, we'll deal with that after the stream. Let's see, what else does Vel want to know? What in your experience is being a developer for Project Delum like?
I've just made a gun. I literally cannot say it because I made like one gun.
Yeah, alright.
It's actually okay. From that one gun I made, I can say it's pretty chill. Like,
Okay.
I'm not pressured to do anything. I just do it how I can right now and how it fits into what other work I have.
That's... See, I've always thought that the Delum dev process has been kind of... I'm not gonna say lax, but it's been very...
Slow.
I guess... Not slow. Not slow at all. Because stuff is still happening behind the scenes, no matter what people think. It's just that Delum is more calm than most other projects. You're not required to do anything. You can just... If somebody needs something, say, hey, I need this, and then somebody will do it eventually. And it'll get done. That's...
The reason why people often want me for their projects is because I absolutely blitzkrieg through guns. Like, just give me a concept and I'm done in the next 2 hours. Well, here I'm a bit short of concepts and I have to do a few myself, but I don't mind that.
I mean, and the thing about this being like alternate World War II mostly is that you can take concepts of in real life guns and modify them because I mean the technology is what it is. You can't change that. So
Yeah.
What I do is like taking an operating mechanism, like on the Burlock. I used the blowback mechanism as inspiration for the gun. Then I tried designing it around a few certain features, like being easy to produce and having an insane fire rate. I did that by just making it straight blowback without any like delay mechanisms or anything, and a top-mounted magazine, so it would feed a bit faster than other guns, and that made it like finally into this concept. And also a bit of the stuff Vel wanted, but like Vel just told me to make a basically Johnson rifle, and I completely declined that and made the MG43 instead.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a pretty fucking epic model. It's simple, but like it doesn't need to be more. It's just a simple gun to manufacture in mass. So it's a receiver, a back barrel. Like, what else do you need to kill like people?
Alright,
After
so I
effect from
appreciate
cola.
the depth that you guys are going into with the conversation about guns and such, but if I don't answer these questions that Vel wrote down, she's gonna execute me, so...
Yeah, go on, please. Sorry.
Let's see. We already know that you've known Vel for a long time. How long have you known the rest of the team?
Well,
Like, some of the notable members. And you can...
WeeErazer, that's a fun story. WeeErazer is one of the first people I ever met on Discord, and he's also the reason why I'm modeling. And the reason why I'm modeling because of him is because at the time I started modeling, the ATDF was still around, if that name says something about a few people here. And like one day, they had like 3 mods on the front page, and they were all like, well, ATDF quality. So I went to the Ravenfield Discord and asked what the fuck this bullshit was. And let's say the first person to reply to me was WeeErazer, in fact. And yeah, well, after a short, mildly heated conversation, I eventually joined the ATDF, which was bad after like looking back at it, and eventually led to me being banned from Ravenfield multiplayer. But that's a story for a different day. Anyways,
I'm
like
glad nobody
WeeErazer.
talks about the ATDF anymore. Sorry to enter, like, just...
Yeah,
But-
you can be glad about this. It
Oof.
was an absolute clusterfuck, but we're not talking about the ATDF, we're talking about Delum. So, yeah. Where did I stop? Yeah, well, the person I know the longest is definitely WeeErazer. After that was, like, Malamo, which I actually just met per chance on the Ravenfield Discord server. And because we both were equally retarded, we eventually became friends pretty fast. And
Oh man, story of my life.
yeah, well, at this time I actually, well, let's say me and Val did not have a really, what you can say, friendly relation to each other. And well, Mela kind of solved that.
Oof.
Good work, Mela. Proud of you.
Yay, I'm average, basically. That's what I do.
Let's see here. God, I'm not gonna ask about anybody else because I barely think we've even talked. Let's see. Next question, and I won't add more because Toast always makes them up. Oh.
Best question ever.
Anyways, let's see. Let's take some questions from the chat for a little bit, because directed towards WeeErazer for now, because we've got some other stuff to talk about between that and our formal Q&A. And we have no questions. People are not asking questions. I had faith in you, chat. Oh. Heated Chocolate asks you, WeeErazer, are you epic or based cringe? Is this some Zoomer speak? I don't speak Zoomer.
I cannot judge this myself, but from what people have said, I am apparently epic.
Okay.
I agree with that statement.
Well, Bio 2000, if you have a question, then ask the question instead of saying I have a question. Boy.
I'm gonna drink cola now.
Cool.
Epic.
It's he forgot. All right. So I guess that's gonna be the end of our WeeErazer Q&A.
Nice Q&A, guys.
So
Yes, Metro is good.
So, now that we can get to our announcements segment of our podcast, and we've never had an announcement segment of the podcast. Oh, wait, we've got questions for... Hold on. Yeah, so we're gonna get to our announcements. If you got any questions, drop them in the devblog questions slot so that we can get to them later. So, things have been happening behind the scenes. I'm sure you have all noticed. There's been the vague semblance of a nation text-based roleplay server, which exists, I guess. And then there was also talk of a Project Delum standalone game. Now, I don't know exactly what I'm allowed to say about this game. All I can tell you is that we have a significant amount of developers, even some that aren't in the original Delum server. We have basic concept set out for the game, and we have the name. Selenia, a Project Delum game. Of course, that's probably working. I don't know. I didn't sign a non-disclosure agreement. I'm just stupid.
Relatable.
Now, I've
Oh,
been
yeah,
looking
you can
in
say.
on the progress of this. And it's intriguing. There's not really much of anything except a groundwork right now, because we're still getting started, and Vel is still working on the Ravenfield mods, and we've got all of these things going on in the background. But I know that it exists, and I know that considering the developers that we have, it's going to be pretty cool. Stay tuned for that. Let's see, what else do we have to announce? I'm not even going to ask. What happened to the tabletop game, Vel? I'm not going to read the Google Doc right now. I already said I'd close it. We'll figure that out later. What happened to the tabletop game? On the back burner. Gotcha. But it exists, right? What's it called? So that I can say it really dramatically. It does in fact exist. It's called Epic. So, we have a Delum tabletop game, alike Risk, that is known in developer circles as Epic Tablum. Let's see if I can. Let me try and do my best Tyler McVicker. Speculation. Tablum is going to be a large-scale strategy game. I can't do that anymore. No. I don't know anything about that. It's not on the background, or it's not on the back burner. It's on the back burner. It's not really being developed into. We're working on getting the map set up. So, now comes the big thing. If we want Selenia, the game, to be an effective and well-made game, we can't just have a whole bunch of nerds sitting in their basement coding it hours on end, because a lot of people have jobs and lives. Somehow. I don't know how anybody here has a life, but they do, trust me.
Are you sure about this?
No. But the issue with this is that we can't exactly pay these people to sit in their basement and code. But what if we could? Hey, Vsauce. Vel and the rest of the Project Delum team are considering starting a Patreon. Patreon is only designed to put funding towards constructing servers and paying programmers and developers and art designers for Selenia. And it's not set up right now, we're gauging interest. So if you think that would be a good thing, let us know. And if you think that you have money that you would literally do worse by than burning, go ahead and see if once the Patreon gets set up, throw it at Vel. Let's see here, what else is here? Vel is yelling at me in the podcast chat. Oh no, she's not, never mind. We're fine.
Oh, she's just saying memes.
Yeah, just memes. Now, I think, unless... Alright, Vel, you've got two options. Either we can go over Loklan, or I can go back to Selenia and the concept of it.
Is this a joke I'm not Spanish enough to understand?
It is.
Probably,
It is a joke.
Okay, I pick.
Loklan, alright. Now, I'm sure that you guys have been waiting very long for a look at the next map, because Helson was good, the other one that I forgot the name of was good, but we've been working on another one, and it's very snowy, very cold. So we'll have Vel, once she finishes throwing grenades at people who probably don't deserve grenading, we'll have her come and drop some screenshots and some editor footage. Vel, you need to stop getting wrecked. Or do get wrecked, actually. Do get wrecked, so that then we can talk about look. Because we're waiting on you.
I really want to make a G43 now.
Oh,
thanks, Vel.
This is the epic Japanese soldiers in World War II. Okay.
Oh, no. That's not okay. Is that okay? Can we say that?
Well, they actually did it, so I guess.
It was 80 years ago. Are we allowed to say that?
We can say
by
that
the meme decree, you can say it.
Okay.
we can say that Japanese soldiers blew themselves up. What we cannot say is, yes, Grenade Chan, blow me up harder.
Eraser, how do I delete something from my own memory?
How do I make someone else shut up from 100 miles, 100 or a couple thousand miles away?
Well, the basic answer is assassination. The other answer is just mute me.
Okay, Google. Nearest assassins.
If you assassinate me, Bella's gonna scream at you for murdering the only model for the
She
project.
screams at me anyway, dude. It's not like that's gonna be a problem.
Well, oof.
Martino can recommend some places. Thanks, Martino. Appreciate
Martino, I thought we were friends.
it. Ah, yes, that.
No.
Ah,
That
yes.
is
Oh yeah,
a
the
recoilless rifle.
recoilless rifle.
Thesian,
Carl
yes?
Gustav.
Thesians are getting the recoilless rifle, I believe. So now we have actual anti-tank weapons. That's going to be coming out with the next weapon pack, which should coincide with the release of Loklan? L-map.
That place.
We're calling it L-map now. Now we
I will
just
try
wait
to make
for...
epic animations for it, guys.
Aw. We appreciate you.
Also, strapping 6 recoilless rifles to a half track
Quick,
doesn't
do small
sound
talk.
like
Quick,
something sensible.
Vel, literally
Quick,
your
small
one
talk.
job is to prepare the stream.
Okay, small talk. Spricht irgendjemand hier Deutsch? Nein? Okay.
So far, the Ontos was always a mistake. Like, who the fuck made it? If you honestly support Ontos, get away from my house, please.
If anybody says Ontos and is completely serious about it, I'm going to offer them mental help. Because Ontos is... I wonder if we could force Vel to get a, to get the Thesian plane. I think the Thesians have a plane. And just stick some recoilless rifles on it.
Do you know this picture of this like Vespa with a recoilless rifle
Oh god,
mounted to
yes,
it?
I've seen that. Where it's like, where they have to straddle the rifle to ride the Vespa.
Yes.
Thesian weapons be like.
Also, the Italians once like mounted Villa Perosa machine pistols onto bikes. The new Thesian super weapon, if you ask me.
Imagine using motorcycles, this post made by Superior Viscayan Gang.
Okay, let's see if Twitch allows me to share the picture. Well,
We're just...
this is a big link, but that's the bike with the Pilar Perosa.
Ugh.
So you won't get out of that off your mind. So
we're just gonna keep sitting here and making small talk until the stream updates.
Okay, so Battlefield 1 is pretty unbalanced in my opinion, especially with guns like the SMG 0818.
yes,
Battlefield 5 is unbalanced too. Have you seen the Fliegerfaust?
Well,
we made one.
to be fair, like planes are pretty OP in BF5 too, but BF5's meta is broken since the new update, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
the
tanks!
screenshot.
Yes.
Hell yes, brother.
Yes, that's the one that Gensius always thought was a panther on the left. Yes, he actually thought that was a panther.
How did he think that was a panther?
I don't know, my friend. I wish I could tell you.
Also, you say it like panther, but I'm just
Panther.
gonna... Yes.
Panther. Ugh.
It's like people trying to say mannlicher and say männlicher instead.
Okay,
I say
sauerkraut.
Mannlicher.
Let's see here. We've also got the anti-tank tank. That's actually the technical definition we use in developer talks. That's the anti-tank tank. We've got some very nice vehicles coming up. What in the world?
What the fuck is that?
Why do we have a Cessna? I was not told about the Cessna, Vel.
That's not a Cessna, that's a Fiesta Storch. Look up pictures of it. It's the world's slowest plane.
Okay, sauerkraut. Alright. It screams Cessna to me. It's just a tall Cessna. That's what that is.
Call me sauerkraut
Sure.
again once you manage to invade Poland and France in less than 2 years.
We did it. It's called NATO.
I should check if
I'll let you
Spain
call me
actually invaded
cheeseburger
Poland.
if I get to call you sauerkraut.
Oh,
High
wait,
Honestly,
what will you call me then?
Must be a Cessna. Yeah, you're right.
Oof.
Yeah,
Is it
actually,
in-
if you look in the background, you can see the newest Verskyan super weapon, Green Cube. It's Project Green Cube. It's designed to basically just sit on top of enemy tanks and slowly crush them to death.
So it's basically Borg Cube without the cool stuff.
Yeah. Oh, tanks again.
I think we talked too much weird stuff, so she
Yeah, so
tried to
she jumped back
reverse
to the
it.
tanks.
Fuck, go back.
uh,
Let's
I
just
don't
say
really
that
know.
the 80 gun vehicle looks like a fucking verdeja. Like, it's basically a verdeja. If you don't know what that
all
is,
custom
just
content.
Google. Yes. I really hope it can aim like 80 degrees upwards, like in real life.
This
That
is the
would be-
problem with being the only American in this chat, is that I have no idea what anybody is talking about. Like, at all. Green Cube inbound, take cover.
Oh, that's like the enemy AC-130 above.
What
but...
is that? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's the verdeja.
Oh no.
That is disgusting.
Yes. The finest Spanish engineering.
Spain,
I
you
could
okay?
say something now that would probably get me banned from the server, so I won't say it.
Okay.
Ugh,
Then
that's...
don't
Well,
say
I mean, we did set the Jewish flag on fire on stream, and then we also did strap bombs to babies and throw them at tanks on stream.
Yes, comrade, but that's just to defend the motherland. So
I don't know
We're
if you
getting-
can get green cube kill streaks at all, because I do not mod, I only model. Oof.
Alright.
But you see, I do not like this tank because it has curves, and curves are cursed.
Listen, if we don't get a green cube Easter egg in the next map, I'm gonna be very disappointed. Vel, you can hear me. I know you can hear me.
Bear, please do it. He has my family.
That reminds me, I actually have a topic for small talk. I stepped on a nail, and it fucking hurts. Still,
Oh.
and that was 3 hours ago. Oh fuck.
Good lord. You've gotten, like, your tetanus shot?
Yep. But
Alright,
well,
let
it still fucking hurt.
me go
like-
pull this up.
I just put a band-aid over it, and then well, it will probably just heal. So
Keep small talking.
yes, well, do you know the feeling of getting stung by a wasp? It basically felt like that, except it was on your foot, which made it like 50 times worse because you can no longer walk.
Ugh.
The
Alright,
only reason I actually put the band-aid is because it like bled, and I didn't want to spill blood all over the floor on my house. So yeah, it's probably still
Yeah.
bleeding.
you definitely need a hug. Anyway, I've got the full report of Selenia here, and this isn't like one of those Valve News Network full reports where it's like, oh, here's some information that's going to happen, and then it never happens. This is official. It literally says everything included in this document is not to be revealed to the public unless said by Vel. I
Oh.
like to live dangerously. So, from the top. Selenia is a squad-based, semi-realistic, tactical scale game developed by open brackets, insert cool dev name, closed brackets. It is focused around teamwork, coordination, and combined arms. I'm not going to
like
read
how
off
Val
the
just
team
stands
because
there
I don't know who half of these
menacing.
people are. So it's going to it's based around squad gameplay. Wait, Why are there so many people joining? Did Vel just ruin my job? Or is that like all the developers looking at it?
No, she just put the document in the chat on.
Are you kidding
Twitch.
me? What's the point of me?
What
Why
is
am I
point
even
for more?
here? Oh, stream froze.
We need
And it's
you
back.
as a slave because you have a great voice. So we're not gonna pay you though. So
This is also an important part of becoming a good modeler, except that you are pointless.
Okay, well, stream's over. Thanks for coming, everyone. Oh God, I'm sad. And Timo's over here can't even spell useless right. It's fine. I'm gonna read the thing. Let's see, what have we got to read? Well, we've got nothing to read because everyone is already looking at it. Or has already looked at it. Basically, this is Delum Squad. It's going to be built off of an entirely new framework. We don't even know, like, what this framework is. We don't know what code we're using. But we have a concept for it. It's functional. And I get to be a voice actor. So, you know. Good things all around. You'll get to hear my luscious, youthful voice spouting absolute gibberish from the mouth of a soldier. Isn't that what everyone's always wanted?
yes, actually yes.
Oh. Oh, well, alright then.
I'd actually do that too, but like my neighbors are probably veterans from World War II, and I don't want to provoke anything.
Alright.
Let's not.
Let me look at my stick. There's my stick. Alright. Scroll up to the top of the stick. There it is. Alright. So, we have a very optimistic release date for the Lochland map. Since we're gonna change topics off of Selenia since Vel ruined my job. Lochland is optimistically put under the release date the 1st of February. So, Vel, get working fast. That is the official statement, is that it should be released by February the 1st. However, if we need to delay it, we will delay it. So, I believe... Oh, Vel is flying the Cessna.
They're not Cessna.
It's Cessna.
It's obviously Lockheed Martin F-16B.
No, it's an SR-71 Blackbird, stupid.
Yeah, I thought the same.
Yeah, come on. That's definitely a stealth bomber. Look at that.
It's Avdomavda Kalashnikova, obviously.
Which model, though? Because the models look different.
Well, one of the year 44, obviously. Which year else?
Cool, there's our release date. I think that happens before the East Wind incident, so, you know, we'll have a couple of minutes of reprieve, or a couple months of reprieve before getting killed by the Chinese. You know how it is. Now, I think, unless there's anything else, Vel, that you want us to mention. Cricket noises. I'm just gonna assume that since there's gameplay happening, that... Okay, should be fine. Alright. Now we get to start putting out questions. I don't have to read the doc. You did my job for me. Anyone can look at the doc who wants to look at the doc. Well, that's good, 2K, because we're about to get to the point where we have to do the question stuff. Are we getting bad land ships? No, because the countries that are fighting are not bad.
How did the Delum project start? That needs to be answered by Bell, because
I think we've also answered that before.
probably in the first stream, actually.
Yeah. It's fine. We'll answer it again. There. So.
Yeah, I was
how
there, but
did it start?
I was there, Bell, but I didn't know where it started, like, in your mind.
Is there
What I can
music?
tell, oof. What I can say is that we just got together to make stuff, basically.
Well, that's nice and wholesome now, isn't it?
Okay, so
Let's
I
see
guess we can
here.
read questions.
Next questione. Let's go and look at the devblog questions and see where we left off last time. 22nd of July stream answered all logical questions above. Thanks. Thanks. Okay. Good
There
lord.
is actually a question for me by
There is?
Dmitry
Well, then
Kalashnikov.
answer.
Yeah. Did you wish for in an alternative universe you don't that game that made you start modeling, or you prefer Ravenfield? Okay, so first of all, I think I know what you mean, but that's spelled poorly. But I prefer to be like it is. Like I wouldn't have wanted to start in another game, just because the community here is like literally the last 2 years of my life have been completely different from what they would have been if I hadn't started modding for Ravenfield. Like I've met so many people that are my friends now, and I'm in a lot of places that I feel happy being. So no, I wouldn't want to have started in another game.
Mela, best animator.
Best
I
anime.
try my best. I try my best.
And we appreciate that you do. Let's see here.
Can we put a green cube on the church, because the green cube obviously is our god?
Yeah. That should be allowed. Let's see here. Question from Halo6301 in the Discord. Not Texas when? Never, because America is stupid. Next question from Eustace JF in the Discord. Hoping for a monarchy somewhere in this. Well, I don't know. We don't have, for right now, our focus is mainly on the Selenia conflict between Verskaya and Elysia. So maybe when we branch out to new conflicts, we'll get different nations. And perhaps one of those different nations may be a monarchy. It won't make any difference in gameplay, of course, because the monarchy is basically the same as everything else when it gets out onto the battlefield. But
I mean, I guess the flag, but that's not
yeah.
really something
Also,
important.
we can scream for the king, or for the queen, or for the emperor, or for... You get what I mean.
Yeah, that's pretty epic too. So
Heston in the Discord asks, "Did I find all we need to know for the secret of Helsin?" I don't know how to answer that. I don't think I know how to answer that at all. Heston found all of the secrets on Helsin, but there will be more, so you guys better be looking. Heated Chocolate in the chat asks, "How do I get my voice to sound as cool as Maya's?" Well, Maya,
step 1, be Spanish. Step 2, learn English. Step 3, be me.
Oh man,
I
that's
can...
so easy. Why hasn't everyone done that? Alright, that was already answered by Vel because she's doing her job.
God damn it, Val.
Let's see. Jancias in the Discord asks, "I know I'm being annoying with this, but will the flags ever get remade?" I don't see a reason to remake them. They're fine. It's not like it makes a big difference to the gameplay. I mean, if you can give any reason why they should be remade, then we'll definitely consider it. But I don't see a point for it. And then was answered. That was answered. That was answered. Anything in the chat? Let's see here. Nothing in the chat. So, John Cios again in the Discord asks, patrons suggesting weapon, location, and vehicle names when we get a Patreon.
Also, bear in mind that even if we actually do like suggestions of stuff with Patreons, they will probably be limited because, I mean, if we just let people tell us whatever they want, this stops being our project, kinda. So
yeah.
Also, I do work based on mood. Like I work on what I want to work on, not what I'm told to work on.
yeah.
He's kind of the rogue element. Let's see. Sneaky Tact in the Discord asks, how will future maps compare to the currently only available Delum map? Well, another map released, so I think that as we go along, we'll branch off into different sectors of combat and how they interact with one another. We might do an urban combat thing, something else. Vel, stop answering my questions in the chat. Stop it. I have a job. Okay. Let's see. Halo6301 in the Discord asks, in desperate times, call for desperate measures. Will we be seeing Verskyan or Thesian vehicle modifications like that on the Sherman and other vehicles? This includes stuff like sandbags in the front, spaced armor, more MGs, MGs removed. Well, maybe it gets to that point. I don't see the purpose of making an entirely different vehicle model for one map just because somebody's losing. I mean, if WeeErazer or Maya or someone else wants to do it, then I guess they can do it.
I did make an early and late war version of the yet unnamed semi-auto rifle.
Yes, I have to animate the late war version still.
Oof.
Let's see here. Well, that literally just got answered. Stop stealing my questions. John CS in the Discord asks, is this Project Alterus 2? I've answered this question before.
And the answer is yes, of course.
Yeah,
We are
it's
Project
obvious.
Alterus 3.
Yeah.
Furiously sings the headland anthem.
Halo6301 again asks, to WeeErazer, what kind of genre of weapons do you specifically like modeling? Like, what would be your favorite genre?
Actually, I could easily explain it by saying which genre of guns I hate the most, and that's bolt action rifles. And literally every other type of firearm is better than bolt action rifles.
Good to know. All right. Questions in the chat. Chat says, 2K in the chat asks, do you want me to answer questions here so you can answer them? No, I don't want anybody to answer questions who isn't in the podcast chat. Stop it. We have jobs. We're losing social credits. And then Proteos in the Discord asks, skins when? Skins soon.
This will be the
everybody asks
same in
this.
3 years. By the
Yeah.
way.
The answer is always going to be skins soon. Let's see here. Dmitry Kalashnikov in the Discord asks, how you discover Ravenfield? So, I guess we'll just go around with that. What drove you guys to Ravenfield? How'd you first find it, I guess?
I found it by chance, by like browsing through itch.io and randomly finding it.
I personally just saw a video of a YouTuber playing one of the first betas and thought it was interesting and free, so...
That's the same for me. I saw somebody play, God, I think Beta 4? Beta 3, maybe? And then I may or may not have downloaded it on a school computer and just kind of spiraled out of control from there. Let's see here. Alec the Almighty in the Discord asks, can you mount a 6-inch howitzer to a bomber and use it for CAS? If you really want your bombers to fall apart that badly, then I guess you can, but I don't think anybody is thinking about doing that for Delum.
I mean, something that big, of course not, but 75 and 37 and 20 millimeter cannons in World War II, they were pretty common. So
Yeah, I feel like
obviously, yeah, not a howitzer, but just a regular 80 gun.
I have another idea. It may sound stupid, but it makes more sense the more I talk about it. What, instead of taking a howitzer, we only take the shell, we put like fins on the shell, and boom, we have a bomb.
I mean,
Whoa.
yeah, Dmitry Kalashnikov again in the Discord asks, Maya, would you wish in an alternate universe you done
Oh
that
no,
game?
I answered that. Oh my god.
Why do people keep answering things? At least like say that you're answering it instead of just answering it. Come on, we
I'm
gotta have
running out of
content of
cola.
some sort. Bugboy Eric in the Discord asks, for the game, can there be a meat paste Easter egg? Probably not. Heroku's obscure. Alec the Almighty asks or responds to that as make it a healing item. If we wanted to make healing items, just make bandages. Also, you guys are the modders here. Do healing items even work in Ravenfield? Do healing
Yes,
items?
they do. It's a tricky thing to do, but they work.
It's like a Porsche Tiger. It's based on luck if they work.
I see. Let's see. Dmitry Kalashnikov in the Discord asks, when Custom Conquest is released, are we going to have a Custom Conquest of Delum? Custom Conquest, for a while, has been a touchy subject in the Discord, actually, from what I've seen, in that even if it does come, that we probably won't end up making a Project Delum Conquest, just because of how unintuitive and boring Conquest is. I feel like, this is my personal opinion, but I feel like Conquest is a wasted opportunity for Ravenfield. He could have done so much more with it, but I think he was rushed by the community, and then they never got really the full appreciation of it.
To be fair, they do have this new domination game mode, which might spice it up a bit over battalions. Like, I know when you get stuck on mountain range in battalions, and it like never ends because half the team is just planes and no one ever dies.
Ugh. Alright, Halo631 in the Discord asks, will we be seeing more lore about the divisions and groups fighting in the Selenian War? If there's a high enough demand for it, I'm sure that we can start putting stuff like that together. It's just that we don't know if there is a demand for that kind of thing. And then Urgent Cause in the Discord asks, are you guys working on Selenia and the Ravenfield mod at the same time? I feel like right now the development on Selenia is basically just figuring out what Selenia is. Because right now, Selenia is kind of like, it's a concept, it's definitely there, but I don't know exactly how much work is being put into it. So, I'd hazard a guess and say that right now, the development team is mainly focused on making the Ravenfield mod. I could be wrong. Let's see, anything in the chat?
What
Doesn't
kind of
look like
revolver will fit Delum?
Anybody else got
Telling,
anything
okay.
for the good of the cause?
Silence.
Silence. Well, I've just been updated. As soon as Vel and the rest of the development team can get the Patreon up and started so that we can actually start getting income for our developers and modelers and whatnot, that is when we will change our focus from the Ravenfield mod up to Selenia. But only then, because a Ravenfield mod, that's spare time stuff. an actual full-fledged video game that would be going out as a standalone project on Steam, that's not really spare time stuff. Sofa question in chat. There is a Sofa question in chat. You plan on going for a similar aesthetic to Ravenfield for Selenia, or something more realistic? From what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing in the Discord, it's probably going to be something a little bit of a mix of both. Something trying to take the concept of like lower poly Ravenfield stuff and then making it more realistic and unique and make it look like it actually would work in actual combat. Sort of
basically like the World War II collection models are.
Yeah, but an entire game. It'll take some work, and that's why we're thinking about setting up a Patreon for it. Anything else? I don't think there's anything else. I think that is all of the questions that we've got for today. Nobody else has asked anything. Oh, wait, we do have one. Urgent Cause, again, in the Discord asks, is Delum set in a sort of interwar period or World War II kind of period? This was discussed, I think it was, what, early 43, late 42? Or is it earlier than that?
Yeah, I think it was early 42 something.
Yeah, 42, 43.
Okay,
Kinda.
cool. Somewhere in there. That general time period. Well, alright, and I see that we've got another question coming from Halo6301. So we shall wait for that, and then we can start doing all of the things that will probably get us struck off of Twitch. Are you going to answer 2K's question above that is below mine? We already answered that sort of indirectly. But yes, we are planning to have different variants of weapons for different periods in the war when that would apply. The semi-automatic rifle that the WeeErazer is modeling has an early war and late war variant because that applies to the lore behind it. Speaking of which, I need to write lore for that thing.
Yes.
Still with a name. Like, in game right now it's called semi-auto rifle and then brackets cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I don't know how to cut it, so... Also the
Very
pistols,
epic.
the pistols need names and descriptions too.
I really
Oh,
want to
Lord.
remake the pistols
Pistols
because the
and stuff.
pistols are not
Yeah,
great.
they are really bad.
Sorry
Yeah.
about but the pistols suck.
Yeah, also the animations. I think I can make them much better. And something that, well, no one has asked, but I find it easier to make better looking animations in models that are nicer. Like, if a model is just a cube and I animate it, even whatever
It's
I
gonna
do,
look like
it's...
a cube.
Yeah. Like, if the model is good, animating just improves, like, the feeling. If the model is bad, you can't make something good out of something bad, so...
In warfare, we start seeing changes in doctrine, which changes the vehicles and weapons as well. We start seeing more advanced or simpler vehicles as weapons as the war goes on. As of right now, I think the war's only been going on for a couple of months at most. So, not yet is going to be my unofficial answer. If somebody else can confirm, then please prove me wrong.
Oh shit, that reminds me to make a pump action shotgun.
Ooh, I like pump action shotguns.
You're satisfied.
Gotta watch out that I don't literally copy the Itaka M37 or something.
You mean the
No.
Ithaca?
You know the trench gun without heat shield.
Ugh, nasty. Alright. Urgent Cause asks, which country do you guys want to see get, I can't say that word because Twitch will kill us, at the end of the war? Well, that's been confirmed already. I think it was Thesia loses the war outright. And then from there, what is it, Costania takes over and starts attacking Verskaya? I believe that's what was established already. But again, that hasn't happened in canon yet, so we can't entirely be sure.
Oh, yeah, time to completely make up the desert empire I tried making when I was still stuck in Egypt. And this project like just started.
Make a desert empire that's literally just a Middle Eastern country, but is Spanish for some reason. That
What
would
I
be
tried
so...
to doing was making like a Middle Eastern type of monarchy, which kind of modeled after the area between Turkey and Syria. Like you got a lot of resources there, but generally an unstable region.
Basically, like, yeah, the Middle East during...
Basically the Middle East, yes.
Alright. Well, I think, unless we've got questions in the chat, let's see. Sofa asks, when do I get to make the Inhokatai faction? Whenever you want to, my guy. I mean, seriously, hit Vel up. She's, Let's see, and I think... Yeah, alright. I think that'll be the end of our official segment. So, is there anything else we want to keep going on about?
Well, if you want any specific type of weapon, ask me. I'll try to make a concept. And if Val doesn't like it, I'm gonna scream at her until she likes it. So, yes.
Alright. That'll be all then. Thank you guys for coming out. Maya, thank you for subbing in for the baguette. And WeeErazer, thank you for joining us. Your input has greatly increased, certainly my understanding of Delum, and I think most other people's understanding of Delum. So, we don't have a closer yet, so that'll be it, unless you guys want to talk about auxiliary stuff on stream while the police aren't watching.
Well, guess I don't have anything to say. Oh, did I already mention that Spanish food is pretty epic?
German food too, at least what I've tasted.
Yes.
No 2K. Stream thumbnail bad.
Alright. Well, if that is all, then I am probably gonna have to sign off early. It's been great.
I'm gonna go back to suffering through bolt action rifle.